All right, there we go. There we go. Can you guys hear me? Let's turn on the cam. Is it gonna turn on? All right, there we go. There we go. Let's go. How are we all doing, guys? This is amazing. Amazing, guys. We are dumping to the downside now, and honestly, honestly, it is amazing. It is amazing. Maybe at the first sight, it might be a bit scary, or people might be panicking, etc. at this current moment. But I don't know. For us, for me, it's amazing. It's literally amazing. I've been talking about it more and more about with other people, and the more I talk about it, more amazing it is. It is amazing because the opportunities we are about to get now, they're going to be incredible. They're going to be incredible. And a lot of people are panicking now. A lot of people are thinking, is it going to be over? And people are losing money. They're losing a lot of money. But luckily, we are not. We are not. We are not losing money at this current moment. We have been on the right side of the trade. We have been on the right side of the trade, and my buy orders again are about to hit. And I've already put in one buy order over here, like you can see, showing everything transparently. And I've set up a few buy orders. You cannot very clearly see it, but it's 71k, 68k, 65k, 62k, and 60k. If we're gonna be headed down even lower, I am gonna be entering even more. I am going to be entering. I'm going to be depositing even more, and I'm going to be entering even more. Also, if it is going to be taking longer, because like I shared in today's update video, I want to be accumulating on a time-based window, but also on a price-based window. So during this box over here, this orange box, I want to be scaling in. But also, if it will be taking a long while, if it will be taking like a year or so of ranging over here, obviously, I'm also going to be entering my orders, obviously. And also, if we're going to be falling to the downside immediately now, I will be, of course, placing down even more orders down below. So it's just going to be depending on how the price will develop. But yes, these are not all of my buy orders right now that I've got available. I've got much more cash on the side as well, which I'm willing to enter and which I'm about to enter. So that is very great. I just wanted to do this update right here live. I want to be sharing this with you guys because if you've been following me for a lot longer, you know, maybe I mean for all of my live streams, it's been absolutely on point. It's been absolutely on point. We have been hitting some nice Ethereum live trades. We have been hitting. I've been calling for the tops in beforehand, not in hindsight. I've been calling for the tops beforehand, and I've explained everything very carefully in all of my live streams. So right here, this live stream, I just wanted to give an update again about why I will be starting to buy right now and what I think is happening in the greater scheme of things. And yes, there is one comment right now. Are you shadow banned? And yes, indeed, there are only 31 people watching, but I do not really care, honestly. The people that are watching now, they will be getting a lot of great value. That's one thing for certain. Now, the interesting thing about this is that, like you can see here, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, I was getting 4.4k views. I was getting on every single live stream. I was getting 500 recurring viewers on every single live stream. Right now, that's not the case anymore. People are not that interested anymore in crypto. But that tells us a very great thing because people are losing interest. And always, whenever people are losing interest, it tends to be a great accumulation period. It tends to be a great time to accumulate. So that is one very interesting thing that we can already see. Because, yeah, people are not really watching crypto content anymore. But the people that are watching the crypto content now, that are watching the live streams, guys, you are about to get a lot of great alpha. So make sure to stick around. This is definitely going to be a great one. And make sure to push up that like button if you do appreciate it. Because, I mean, honestly, I'm just doing it for the few people that I can help right here, right now, today. Because there's not a lot of people. So, yeah, it's like almost having a one-on-one conversation. It feels like, for me, like that. Anyways, what I want to say, first of all, is going to be why I think ultimately Bitcoin is going to be headed down even lower. Okay? And you might think, oh, well, why are we going to be headed down even lower? Well, it's going to be very, very simple. I mean, first of all, I have been bearish for quite a while, especially on my YouTube channel. Especially on my YouTube channel. I have been calling the tops beforehand. I've been screaming for the last final push during this entire time right over here, even over here during May and during June. I've also been calling for the last final push. Over here during August, I've also been calling for the last final push. We got that. We got the liquidity sweep above previous highs. We got the rejection from the second Fibonacci level of resistance. After that, I was saying very clearly in all of my videos, in all of my live streams, that I was actively starting to take a profit because we are reaching highs and I want to dollar cost average out. Just like right now, I'm going to be dollar cost averaging in. So I know like a month ago or so, or 2 months ago or so, people were saying, oh, you are not calling for tops. That is not true at all. I've been actively calling for tops. I've been actively warning for tops. You can go back, you can go and watch my videos at the exact tops. You can go back and watch my videos 1 month before the top, 2 months before the top, and you can actually see that I was clearly calling for tops and clearly telling you that I myself was about to sell in the markets. So I did that, okay? I was selling at these tops over here. I mean, we've been beautifully calling it during the entire bull market. There's not been one single guy that has been bullish throughout the entire bull market and then only flipped bearish at the exact tops. There's not been one, or I mean, I don't think that's true. There's probably also some other people out there. But as of for me, I do not know anybody in my personal circle that did the same exact thing, that stayed bullish throughout and very consistently stayed bullish throughout the entire bull market and then only at the tops was publicly selling, okay? Publicly stating to sell and was publicly sharing we are reaching the end and the near end of the bull market. I was saying it many and many times. So, okay, that out of the way, you know, we're going to be headed down even lower now. Why do I think so? Well, pretty much because the cycles are in control. The end of the 4-year cycle is there. The end of the 4-year cycle is there. The history is just being repeated. And today, I've had this pretty interesting discussion, and I thought, let's make this post over here. Because the discussion was like this. And I've got this saying from a very, very cool guy, in my opinion. He helped me a lot with predicting the top. Because of this guy, I became very bearish at the exact tops. I know that he didn't short and he didn't sell the tops. But still, because of his info, because of his help, because of how he explained everything so clearly and carefully, because of this guy, Camel Finance, I did manage to sell the top because of him. And he is saying it very clearly because he is saying the cycles are in control and narrative follows a price. And I 100% agree with that. The cycles are in control right now. The 4-year cycles are in control. And whatever news comes out with it, for example, the Epstein files, for example, all like AI about to nuke crypto, etc. All of these nonsense things, all of these nonsense narratives, that's not the case. It's just that price dumps to the downside and a narrative will be attached to it because people would like to see a narrative attached to it. People want to see a reason behind why we are actually dumping. The reasons are not the all of these nonsense reasons that people are calling out for. No, it is that the cycle is in control and that this Bitcoin cycle is just exactly being repeated just like it did all of the times before. That is the case. That is what's happening now. And that is also the main reason of why I think Bitcoin is going to be headed down even lower. Okay? It's simply because of the 4-year cycle. It's very, very simple. Okay? Very simple. The 4-year cycles are in control and it is still playing out. This is exactly what I've been calling for the top during the tops. People were asking me, oh, are we headed for a super cycle now? Oh, is this time going to be different? With gold hitting new all-time highs, with Trump right now being in charge, could this time be different? This is the middle of the bell curve. People were asking me all of the freaking time, oh, is this time the 4-year cycle going to be invalidated? And I was giving the same exact answer each and every single time. No, I do not think that the 4-year cycle is invalidated. I do think that the 4-year cycle is going to be getting repeated again. But this time could be different. I'm not sure. I'm going to be following the 4-year cycle until invalidated. Okay? That is exactly what I mean saying. And you can see the middle of the bell curve are making up all of these reasons of why we're headed for a super cycle now. And I am maybe on the left side or maybe on the right side. I mean, you choose for yourself. But I'm just sticking to the 4-year cycle until I'm going to be invalidated. It's going to be that simple for me. I would just say, the cycle is in control. Narrative will follow price. Okay, probably Bitcoin is going to be headed even more to the downside. The cycles are in control, but I am aware of the middle of the bell curve, it could be true. It could be true. So I'm very aware for if I'm going to be getting invalidated, and I've set very clear invalidations. If we break back above the 50-week EMA, well, then I'm ready to get back aboard. Then maybe this time is indeed going to be different. But as long as I'm not going to be getting invalidated, I do not think that this time is going to be different. And I do think that the 4-year cycle is going to be getting repeated again. So I will stick to the strategy based on the 4-year cycle. It's going to be that freaking simple for me. And that is why I have started to accumulate again now. And that is why I've set all of these buy orders. And that is why I'm ready to enter crypto right now. So let me have a look into, okay, we're still kind of dumping. I mean, if we're going to be headed down even lower. Oh, I've just opened another trade and it's doing pretty well. That's looking good. Let's go. But if we're going to continue dumping, very nice for me because I'm about to hit my buy orders. And honestly, at this current moment, I mean, I'm not feeling the fear of dropping even lower because I'm not exposed in the market, but I'm feeling the fear and the greed of hitting my buy orders. Honestly, this is the fear that I'm feeling now. I mean, I want Bitcoin to come down even lower because then my buy orders will get hit. So is it the fear, is it the greed that I want Bitcoin to come down even lower? I'm not sure, but it is the complete opposite feeling of what most people are feeling probably right now. Most people are feeling now, when is this gonna stop? When is this gonna stop? I want Bitcoin to hit this level over here. I want Bitcoin to go down even lower. And also, by the way, about this level, Bro is bullish on this trade, shorting the dumps, meaning no, that's the thing. About the relief rally as well, I mean, that has also been perfect. I mean, I did think, if I'm being 100% honest, right? I did think that possibly Bitcoin could come up even higher, above the 100K US dollar, okay? I did think Bitcoin could see a bit more of an extension of the relief rally, but I was stating very clearly that this could already be it. Okay, that this could already be it. Watch the video of the day where we have hit this EMA. I've clearly stated that we have already hit the 50 EMA. I do think we were going to come up even higher, but I wanted to very clearly state that ultimately Bitcoin is going to be headed much lower in the longer time frame. I mean, you can go back to the entire period right over here. I was very clearly stating that. So, yeah. Let me have a look. Yeah, no. I know. Nothing personal for sure. 100%. So these, by the way, I'm just to clarify, okay? These orders over here, they are spot orders. So I also do not have a stop loss for them. I'm willing to ride my spot Bitcoin to 0 or to millions, okay? My spot orders right now, the orders that I'm placing here, they will be ridden to millions and millions of dollars or to 0. Very clear and very simple. Now, I'm also interested indeed in opening up a leverage trade for Bitcoin, okay? For that, I still need to decide a little bit. But yes, I'm preparing everything behind the scenes, and yeah, it will be great. It will be great. But one thing I can reassure is that it will be in between of this box, and it will be with a 3x leverage position, with a low leverage position. Maybe it can be a bit higher if I'm being honest. Like 3x average entry would be here. Yeah, I think a 3x would be okay. Then, I mean, I'm pretty sure that in between of the 44k region from the 67k region, at the very least, so this is the 44k low region, this high region of the average entry then would be at the 67k. I do think that in between of these points here, at the very least, we are about to get at least a relief rally. Like okay, I will not call it a relief rally anymore. Otherwise, people will get blah blah blah. You know, I will call it a counter trend rally now. Just a bounce, okay? Just like on the way up, you have corrections. Also on the way down, you will have counter trend rallies and bounces, and actually also a correction back to the upside. You can call it a correction back to the upside, right? Another interesting thing about this is why people, I think this question is coming in people's head right now. Why are you not shorting this move? Why are you not shorting this move? Why are you not shorting the next Bitcoin move to the downside? Why are you not doing that? And very clearly, I've also spoken about this to a guy in the gym today. Very simply, the risk to reward, even in a bear market, I've done the calculations, even in a bear market, is not worth it for me. Even in a bear market, it's not worth it. Like, if you've been following me for a longer time, if you've been watching me for a longer time on my channel, you already know that I've been a very big advocate of only being on the long side during a bull market, because the risk to reward is much bigger. I mean, the risk is lower and the reward is higher. And even in a bear market, I still do think the same exact thing. Look at this. If we pump to the upside 16%, right? We get back inside of the range, or just tag the previous lows of the range, right? It's a 16% move. Now, if we were need to go down 16% from of the current level, we need to go back to the 61k level. I do think, even though the trend is down, it is more likely for Bitcoin to come back up to the 85k region than for us to come straight back down to the 60k region now. I do think this is going to be a more likely scenario. So that is why I think the risk to reward, even in a bear market, is going to be better to be on the long side and to bet on the counter trend rallies and to bet on the bounces back to the upside with a lower leverage. So you will be reassured that you cannot get liquidated, or not reassured. Guys, of course, nothing is financial advice. Keep that one in mind. I mean, not reassured. But for me, when I'm doing the calculations, I think it makes a lot more sense to actually be still on the long side, even during a bear market, even when I have expected this, and whenever I have expected the end of the 4-year cycle, whenever the cycles are still in control, blah, 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 right? even when all of this playing out, still I think being on the long side is a better trade to be making. So man, if this happens, I'll buy you a coffee and a donut. I mean, a coffee I like. I do not need a donut, but coffee is pretty nice. In the morning times. Where are so yeah, my stop losses, there will not be any stop losses for these limit orders. They're spot orders. And but for my swing trade, like I've said, if my average entry will be about 66k, and if I've done a 3x trade, my liquidation would be around 44k. I mean, I do not think we're gonna crash straight down to the 44k. At the very least, we will get back to my entry level. In between that level, I do think so. And if not, well, then I'm screwed. Not screwed, but screwed for this position. But I do not think so, right? So I think because of that, it's pretty safe for me. Mm. And also, another topic I can talk about, guys. I don't know. If you are watching this live stream now, honestly, you're getting a lot of value. It's insane. For the 50 people that are watching now, because this alpha you will not find like on a random YouTube channel. You will not find in any of my YouTube videos. I'm not discussing these deep level advanced things in my videos, or on no other YouTube channels this is getting talked about. Honestly, in the past, I know that during the last bear market, I really desperately wanted to accumulate a leverage position because I didn't have enough money yet. I didn't accumulate enough money yet. I didn't have a high enough net worth for my buys to be really that meaningful. Of course, I could make a very nice spot trade, but for my spot buys to be really meaningful, that was not the case during that period, during the last bear market. So, and I think a lot of you people are in the same situation right now, because maybe you have entered the cycle, this cycle, you've entered crypto now, or maybe during the last cycle. Maybe you are in the same boat as me during the last cycle. Maybe you're not. But I know for a fact that during the last cycle, my spot buys, or at least my thought process was that my spot buys were not meaningful enough, that if I even made a 10x on my spot buys, that it was not that big life-changing money. So I wanted to accumulate a leverage position because of that. Okay, now I did manage, in fact, to catch the exact bottom. So luckily for me, I did do a good job. But I know a lot of guys that got liquidated on the way down like a lot of freaking times. And for me right now, I'm in a position that I do not need leverage anymore. I can just chill with my spot bags, and if we come back up again, I'm all good. My cash positions right now, accumulated into Bitcoin, they're worth it. If it will 5x, 10x right now, it's absolutely life-changing, okay? It's very freaking worth it. But during the last bear market, I didn't have this. But one thing that I would like to say is that if you think that it's not worth it right now, of course, you can do your research daily and you can try to leverage trade it a bit and you can try to catch the bear market bottom. But honestly, also set something aside, also put some spot positions. But that is also why I'm just explaining, yeah, I will be doing a leverage trade. Yes, I will be trading some of this way down of the bear market, etc. I will be catching the bear market bottom, but majority of my positions will be in spot, okay? Because this will be the most life-changing for me. This will be the most life-changing for me. I've come to that point, right? I've come to that point. Looking nice in the beard. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm starting to grow it a bit right now, but I need to go to the barber again. I was planning to go today, but I didn't, and right now I'm live. So maybe tomorrow. Because I just need a little bit of a trim, you know. A little bit of a trim. I entered crypto in the middle of the all-time high being hit. That sucks. That sucks. But another talking point. Great that you have uh, um, typed that in the live chat, because now I have another good talking point. Guys, if this was your first cycle, even if this was your second cycle, the only thing that I can say, I mean, it might suck right now in the shorter time frame, but guys, I am so glad I was persistent, I was consistent, I still kept being active in the crypto space. I am so glad I didn't give up. Okay, you know why? Because I have seen everybody, for everybody, it has worked out. If they just sticked around and stayed long enough in the crypto space, I've seen it time and time again from all of my people around me. The people that stayed consistent, persistent, that stayed active in the market every single day, that didn't make it at the time, well, they did make it right now. Eventually, you are gonna make it, okay? So, but as long as you try, as long as you stay in the market, if you give up, obviously you're not gonna make it. If you go to a different like business or something else, if you do not pay attention anymore in crypto, well, then you're not gonna make it. But also the people that are only here in the good times and they'll get away again in the bad times and they come again in the good times, they will never make it. I've never seen them make it. Maybe they got lucky once, then they gambled all of their money away, and then they're back to square one again. But all of the people that are making it are the people that stayed consistent in the game, that were grinding every day, and that have survived at least one cycle, with still being broke. Okay, that's like one observation I have made from all of the people that made it in crypto, from all of the people around me that didn't make it as well in crypto. I've never seen someone succeed coming into crypto first cycle, making everything, making millions, and then exiting crypto at the exact right time, and then never looking into crypto again, and then during the next cycle again making it. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You need to stay consistent, and if you want to make it, the only way is to pay attention daily. I mean, okay, let's say hypothetically, you are in crypto today. You got in during a bad time, maybe during the all-time high, and you've only seen downtrending markets. Maybe you did, but you still want to make it. Hypothetically, if you're still active in the market every day, and now you see Trump, for example, I don't know. I'm just putting a very hypothetical scenario out there. You're seeing Trump starting to buy crypto, starting to buy Bitcoin with US treasuries. Okay? For example, well, at least you're in the crypto space, so you're aware of it. Now, if you're not in the crypto space and you're not aware anymore and you're not paying attention anymore, you do not know this, and you do not know that maybe Bitcoin can be bottoming out and that you should be buying and that you should be opening up a leverage long position, etc. But only because you were in the crypto space daily, paying attention into every single news event, this and that, that's the reason why you've opened up a long position. That's the reason why you've bought, and that's the reason why you've made it, because you accumulated while all of the people that were lazy, they quit the market and they didn't spot the same trade as you. That's just a very simple explanation of why I do not think you should quit, even if you got in at a very, very bad timing. %. The best skill in this market is consistency. That's 100%. But I think that goes with everything in life, if I'm being honest. Everything in life only gets given to people who are consistent. But that's 100% very, very true. And Ari had it down even lower. Let's go. Let's see, my man. Let's see. What is doing? Okay. Okay. Let's go. Can we already reach 71K today? The amazing 71K. 4% down. ah, let's see. We are below the lows again, right? Not quite yet. Okay. Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't post this yet in Telegram, but it's my spot buys. Oh, I'm getting cold. Getting cold now. These are my spot buys that I have set up already for our thing. These buys will be held for 5+ years. Yeah, these buys will be held for 5+ years. Let's see. What are we saying? Thanks for your constant information and guidance, 100%. I mean, yeah, it's kind of guidance. I'm just telling what I'm doing myself, you know? Of course, obviously, I think it goes without saying, but still I have to say it. It's obviously no financial advice. How did you set up price limit spot buys? Yeah, you cannot see it in this screen. Over here on 2bit, you can see it. If you go, I'm not logged in now, 2bit, so I'm not sure if I can share it. But if you go to trades, spot, and then Bitcoin, and then you go to buy. Oh, there you go. You go to buy limit. You put in the price like 71K, and then you put in how much you want, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's pretty similar on most of the exchanges. You just need to find the spot section and then buy a limit order. Thoughts on DCA Bitcoin now, if you are prepared for the price to drop even further from now? I mean, yes, 100%, 100%, 100%. That's why I've already hit an order on spot buy as well myself, right? I know probably Bitcoin is gonna drop even lower, but I also know probably in 5 years' time the price will be higher than it is now. And even if I think probably Bitcoin is gonna drop down even lower, what if it is not gonna drop down even lower? Well, at least I am exposed in the market, so at least I bought some Bitcoin, right? Because I know for a bigger fact that in 5 years' time, Bitcoin is gonna be headed higher than the current levels. That's a bigger chance, in my opinion, way bigger than that Bitcoin is gonna drop down to 60K. So I do not think it's stupid at all. I think it's pretty smart to already start accumulating Bitcoin right here, right now. I do not think it's stupid at all. I mean, if you're aware that you might need to wait a bit, right? But I think we're all aware that pretty likely it's gonna be taking some time. It's gonna be taking some time. You need to be patient in this game. It's not a get rich quick, buy now and buy your Lambo tomorrow type of thing. If you get what I mean. I wish I had the money to start accumulating. I mean, everybody does have the opportunity to at least make money, right? And start accumulating. So anyways, anything else to be talking about here? Let me have a look. Yeah, 4-year cycles, they're in play. Simple. Yeah. 200 weekly average, important level to be aware of. Yeah, so maybe Ethereum. Ethereum, yeah, if we drop down below this, I mean, I think this is not already, I think this is already a pretty good spot to be starting your accumulation for Ethereum. I do think Ethereum is also going to be a great buy. Great buy right here in this entire region, in this white box right over here. I do think it's going to be a great buy for Ethereum. But honestly, I've already said everything kind of during this live stream. So yeah, hopefully you guys did have a lot of value from it during this quick and short live stream. I mean, I think these live streams are a lot more value than the videos, because I can just go a bit more in depth about everything, about my whole situation, like about my game plan, explaining everything about thesis, the cases of why. Let's have a look into Bitcoin, seeing a bit of a bounce. But anyways, yeah, with that being said, if you did have any value, obviously make sure to like, be a bit generous in today's live stream, and check out all of the links down below. My Platinum free group, which you can join for free, because over here I'm going to be sharing a lot more alpha. I'm going to be sharing my spot limit orders, etc., etc. I'm going to share everything about what I'm doing exactly. So make sure to join that with the Platinum group with the first link down below. And also, you can trade over on 2bit with a $60,000 deposit bonus and a 25% trading fee discount. And also, my own trade will also be executed over on 2bit. So if you are interested in that, make sure to check it out with that link down below. Anyways, with that being said, guys, stay calm, stay patient in the current market, and I'll see you in another updated video tomorrow.